Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Lottie Loves Paper using the fantastic Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits collection. I'm totally in love with this collection. I've made quite a lot of layouts of it already. I haven't got many bits of paper left, but I do have this coloured stripy one. Now, I haven't been overly drawn to this paper because it's got loads of different colours in, and the boy collections, I really love the greens and the blues and the blacks and the greys together, so I'm always drawn to those first. But this one is a bit brighter with all the different colours. It's a lovely paper, but I just love that other colour scheme, so I tended to go for those. So I challenged myself to use this sheet of paper. So I want to use it. It's so lovely. I wanted to use it in its entirety. So I've gone for it as a background and I've just added a whole load of splatters. Now you can see that I have a black star. It's cut from regular black cardstock because I don't have enough cocoa vanilla paper left to cut one out of. I had to hand draw this star because I was at a crop when I made this layout, and I didn't have a machine with me to cut. I didn't have any templates that size, so I had a go at drawing my own star. It wasn't overly easy, and it's definitely not a equal 5-point star, but it does resemble a star, and actually I quite like the fact that it's uneven, and so therefore it is a bit funky. I mean, you pay for cut files, don't you, that are wonky stars or unequal stars, so I think it's definitely okay. I'm happy with it. I like how it looks. So I have cut that out, as I say, of a piece of black card. I have distressed the edges, and I have just raised it all up on foam pads, and that is going to sit on top of that paint there. The paint's not dry, but of course I'm impatient, so I've just stuck it straight down, and then I am going to put it to one. Oh, maybe I'm not. I was going to say that I am going to put it to one side while it dries. Actually, I'm probably not, because the whole thing is built on top of the star, so I'm just going to have to be really careful not to smudge it. Okay, so I have this sheet of black kind of night sky paper by Cocoa Vanilla, but I've cut out a big circle from it already, so I don't have much of it. So my plan is to have it showing a little bit around the edges. So my plan was to keep the straight lines on the background paper straight, and to just distress the edges and rough them up a bit, and curl them up so that bits show around the edges. But in the end I did something slightly different, and you'll see what that is at the end. I have my 3 photos. So these are my silly boys together, pulling funny faces and generally just being daft. So it's quite cute. Really shows their relationship. They're the best of friends, but also, you know, frenemies too. But at this point in time, they were having a right laugh with each other, and it's really cute to capture on camera. So these 3 silly photos are printed quite small and have stacked on top of each other so that they all look like they're kind of like piled on top of each other. And I've got some other bits and pieces to go as clusters with them. So I have got that frame in the background. That is an ephemera frame from the No Limits ephemera pack, and I have these 2 stars that you can see to the left hand side, but they are open stars. They're also from the ephemera. They all came kind of perforated together with things in the middle, so I've used the solid stars from the middle, but I've been left with the frames for the outside. Now I have tried to use them many occasions on layouts so far, but I've never been successful, and the reason for that is because they are open stars and they're quite big. So therefore the solution to that is, instead of just not using them, is to backfill them. So I considered backfilling them with white, but in the end decided that the black Galaxy paper from the 6x8 paper pad was the way forward. So that's what I've done. It also therefore ties in with the Galaxy paper that will show around the edges of the layout too. So I have backfilled them both with that paper, and they therefore are so much easier to use because they can be moved around and used as layers as opposed to as frames. So when you have a frame that's open in the middle with an aperture, you can obviously see through it and you can see what's underneath the frame. And unless you're sitting the frame onto a solid colour or one pattern or one colour, you see all the different layers that's underneath, and it just doesn't look right. So by backfilling it, you make it a solid shape that can then be moved around and used as a layer much, much easier. So that's how I combated that problem, and it definitely worked really well. I'm able to tuck them in, use them as layers, and also my title is going to sit on top of one of them too. So that just shows how versatile that is, because I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had left them as open frames. I also end up backfilling the normal frame, so the rectangular frame that's at the top of the photos. And I'm going to do that with exactly the same paper, because can you see immediately I've put the star on, and you can see the star through the rectangular frame, and that's the problem, is that you can see through and you get chaos underneath because you have multiple layers of things and it just doesn't read well. So say by backfilling that with the Galaxy paper, that solved that problem as well. So I wanted to just tack this layout together because I kept moving it around, and actually it kind of fell in the position that I've just put it in, where it's at a slight angle, and actually I really liked it, so I went with it, and I've ended up with a slightly wonky looking layout. So my horizontal stripes are now tipping up to the right hand side a little bit, and then the Galaxy background forms the 12 by 12 edge. So I'm going to cut off those bits that overhang of the stripy paper, and I'm going to do that a bit later. But for now, I'm just going to carry on building my layout. The edges don't really matter at the moment because I'm focusing on the big cluster in the middle. There's only the one big cluster on this layout, so I'm just focusing on getting that all sorted. Okay, so I need to get my photo stuck in place, all my paper layers stuck in place, those stars in place, and I've got that fussy cut star at the bottom there. That's from that fabulous star paper, and just getting all those in place and stuck down. I'm going to probably put foam pads behind each one as I go along, and I need to put my title on at some point as well. Okay, so I'm going to just dress the edges there, and then I'm going to trim those off to create my background. Okay, so now I've skipped forward slightly. You can see that everything's stuck in place, the background is sorted, and now I can just get on with doing more embellishments. So I've added my title as well. I've got a few Bramble Fox Stars in position, and I've got those 3 label stickers to the right that I've just stuck down. They say "Too legit to quit, be yourself and you're the best." I'm adding stars wherever I can fit them. I'm using some of the chipboard stars from the chipboard sheet. Just added a little banner there that says "You're the best." Just going to, and there's a ticket as well, just at the bottom of the photos, and I keep tucking in more and more stars. I do love stars. They're one of my favourite things to use. I don't mind them whether it's for boys or for girls, what colourway they go in. I just generally love them. They are really good for boy layouts, and I do quite a lot of boy layouts. Being mum of 2 boys, I do have a girl as well, but the boys are the younger ones, so they get lots of photos. Yeah, it's so I do love the stars. So I've got star crazy on this layout with the big one and all the little Bramble Fox ones and the fussy cut ones and the chipboard ones and all sorts. So, and the big star layers under the photos too. So kind of went a bit star crazy. Okay, so just sprinkling a few sequins in place. I've also added some little enamel style stars. They are from the No Limits collection too. Some of them are on the background, and I've kind of gone colour on colour a little bit to match the stripes, just so that I had something else on the background, really, not just plain stripes. I love the stripes. They're so awesome, aren't they? So just getting those sequins stuck in place. I've used a mix by Spiegel Mum Scraps, yeah, just getting those all stuck down now. Shake test there, did you see that? Shake test, see if any move. A few other things moved, but no sequins did. That is it, all finished. So I hope you like the layout. It was super fun to make. I love those stripes, love the photos, and love all the stars. It was just really good fun. So yeah, make sure you check out the No Limits collection in the Lottie Loves Paper shop. That was Niki Rowland using No Limits for Lottie Loves Paper.